Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, October 26, 2016. I'm Fredicia Liebert. The second edition of the Nevis School Counselors Alliance Career Fair was hosted today at Pennis Park under the theme Entrepreneurship is Not Hardship. Guidance Counselor at the St. Thomas's Primary School, Sandra Fleming, explained the objective of the fair.
Today we help our students and others to achieve success with this very strategic tool for job hunting or career choice as they get to meet prospective employers and are told how to enter the world of work and more specifically the different fields of work. A large number of businesses and organizations are represented here today, some of which are potential employers with a wealth of information that is needed by our students as they explore the possibilities and follow their dreams.
Principal Education Officer Paul Z. Wilkin commended the counselors for their work in the schools.
But I do want to commend the counselors for what they have been doing in our schools with you, our students. In our schools, they are working on your social development through investing much time and effort in your personal growth and your leadership development. For this, we are extremely thankful to you, the counselors.
She also expressed thanks to the businesses who were present.
Thank you for being here with your displays to encourage our students to have a greater outlook as to what is possible in the world of work.
Principal of the Nevis International Secondary School, Joy Napier, delivered the feature address on the event's theme, Entrepreneurship is Not Hardship. Students from various primary and secondary schools attended and got a chance to ask questions of the various business persons who were present, and they also received information booklets. As part of the 7th edition of the Latin Festival held in St. Kitts, a contingent out of Cuba visited the Nevis Performing Arts Center, NEPAC, for a mime performance. Junior Minister in the Ministry of Social Development, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, delivered brief remarks.
Here in Nevis, we have come to this very venue to witness many a cultural performance in dance, drama, and design. Tonight, we witness yet another performance, but one with a slightly different flavor, which is the art of miming. Though it is an event which many of us might find relatively new, it helps to expand the diversity of our cultural portfolio and showcases to our young people the untapped avenues which are out there just waiting for them to discover. Indeed, we want to turn the island of Nevis into a cultural hotspot. And I dare say, we want to make it the cultural capital of the OECS region.
Representative of the Latin Festival outlined its objective.
One of the main objectives of the Latin Festival is to embrace the similarities and the differences of the people of Latin American countries and the St. Kitts and Nevis. This year, we celebrate the country of Cuba. As you may be aware, there are many expressions of the art form. Last year, we were here with a theatrical performance from a group in St. Lucia. And this year, we have Cuba, artisans, fashion designers, along with our mime performers. performing for us.
The production Lively Gesture was a compilation of short stories which shows the different styles and themes of contemporary mimes performed in Cuban schools. Started in 2009, the Latin Festival evolved from one-day music event into the Latin Festival, a week-long celebration of Latin music, dance, food, art, and fashion. The Latin Festival was held on Sunday, 23rd October at Port Zante in St. Kitts. Coming up in the regional news segment, intern lied about being held up by bandits at hospital. The details after this break.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back, and now for the regional news in detail. Members of the Human Trafficking and Human Smuggling Unit of St. Martin Police Force, KPSM, raided Hypnotic Club, a brothel, on Monday evening after receiving a tip that some women working at the club had no working documents. 27 women were detained and placed under the supervision of the Immigration and Border Protection (IBP) service. According to a joint statement from the police and prosecutor's office, on entering the brothel to identify possible illegal employment, members of the KPSM were assisted by members of the Royal Dutch Marechaussees. A total of 27 women were present in the brothel and were working without a valid residence permit. This was reason for the prosecutor to also come to the site. The 27 women, originating from Venezuela, Colombia, and the Dominican Republic, have been placed under the supervision of the Immigration and Border Protection Service, and a deportation procedure has been initiated. The Hypnotic manager had been arrested previously in connection with involvement in human trafficking in the Casablanca brothel. The Human Trafficking Unit has been active since November 16th last year, when it performed house searches in the Casablanca brothel in Oyster Pond at several houses. The house searches were led by the judge of instruction and the prosecutor. 4 suspects were arrested. The Barbuda People's Movement (BPM) has joined with its affiliate, the United Progressive Party (UPP), in boycotting all official events being held as part of the country's 35th anniversary of independence. In a release issued yesterday, the opposition party on Barbuda listed 7 reasons for the decision made by the executive and general members of the party. The BPM said the executive and general membership of the party, having met and considered the disregard for the rule of law, the disrespect for the people of Barbuda and the Barbuda Council, as demonstrated by the current government administration, we cannot in good conscience pretend to be enjoying the fruits of the 35 years of independence. Another point of contention, the BPM said, is a suggestion that the Barbuda Local Government Act will be removed from the Constitution. The party is also angered by a relegation of Barbudans to second-class citizens status again. The BPM executive will be absent from a planned Independence Sports Day, fashion explosion, community-based activities for the elderly, and of other activities to be held on Barbuda. And finally, doctors who were planning to turn away patients seeking medical care if security at the Port of Spain General Hospital, POSGH, has not been beefed up by Wednesday, now have to deal with a situation with a report that led to the opposition being termed a fake. The doctors had taken the position after an unidentified female intern claimed she was held up at gunpoint on Sunday night at the hospital and robbed after the assailant herded her past 4 security posts, which were all empty. She claimed the bandit robbed her of $300. Following the alleged incident, the Northwest Doctors Association, WMA, NWDA, said that doctors decided to take a stand, and according to the Vice President, Dr. Sharaz Mohammed, doctors for quite some time do not feel safe at the workplace. The doctors demanded that a police post be placed in the hospital, better lighting and cameras be installed in dark, quiet areas of the hospital, and a complete overhaul of the security detail. But in a statement Tuesday, the Ministry of Health said that the incident never occurred. A meeting was held between officials of the NWRHA and the intern of the presence of her parents, at which time it was revealed that the report given by the intern was fabricated. A complete report on the matter has been requested from the NWRHA. The weather update brings us to the end of this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. But before we go, here's a look at our top stories. 2016 edition of NESCA's Career Fair hosted, and a junior minister in the Ministry of Social Development says she aims to make Nevis the cultural capital of the OECS region. Across the region, authorities raid brothel, 27 with no work permit. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing. Good night.